it blows my mind how, like, right now we're in a climate where we're about to see some crazy shit.
We've seen some crazy shit.
We're already there.
What's up, everybody? Jason Collings here. Make sure you continue to rate and review at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever it is that you download your audio podcast. If you want to join us at our official YouTube channel, go to Pull Up with Darius. And when you're there, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when something new's coming at you. Thank you so much for joining us, and enjoy the episode.
Have no more fear, 'cause your hosts are here. I'm bringing my friends. Come on, chime in with Mac tonight. Old Mac is back with friends. Yeah.
Okay.
So we pay insurance our whole lives. Right? And we never use it.
Hard.
We never get to use it. Who makes all that money? Where does that money go, man?
I've used my insurance on a few occasions.
Okay.
I've used mine too.
Okay. Have you?
I had some major surgeries that would have cost me.
So you're okay. Okay, that's fair enough.
But what's crazy is you look at the bill before and it, shit.
Right.
Dude, I had to go to the hospital in an ambulance.
Oh, that's $15,000.
2 blocks from my house.
That's $15,000.
Yeah.
Easy, 15 racks.
That's crazy.
So
Cedar Sinai is the baby factory. I mean, you can't get out of there before insurance for less than about $200K to have a baby, dog. I mean, and that's if they don't go into the NICU at all for just a week, whatever they do in the NICU. You know, my daughter cost $250,000, and you know,
don't let her forget it.
I have it.
That's for
cost my insurance company $250,000.
I still don't know.
Hey, so my point is, what's about to happen?
When there's no insurance?
When there's no insurance in this motherfucker.
We'll figure it out.
What they're talking about, closing down a lot of hospitals. That's what's going to happen, especially in the rural areas.
Yeah.
So it's about to get bad out there. There's not going to be places to go get.
And there's going to be more expenses because then they're going to have to airlift them, and it's going to be different types of travel.
I don't even think they're going to do that. They're not going to
just going to
roll
them down the
let them
street.
die. No, seriously.
Oh, my God, man. Yo, dude, this is so awesome, man. I'm over the moon right now, kicking it with my partners, just chopping it up on some real shit. You know what I'm saying? You know? I mean, like, this.
I quit smoking today, man.
Congratulations, bro.
I mean, I quit pot a long time ago. I'm talking about filthy ass fucking cigarettes here. I quit.
Nice.
12 hours
That's
ago.
huge.
What made you quit?
Cancer.
Well, I had been quit for the last 10 years. I was quit, and then when the fires broke out in Los Angeles, January 7th, was it January 7th?
Yeah.
I was so I was here in my house in West Hollywood right before the Pacific Palisades fire broke out and the news spread about that. There was a fire, you know, where like at the top of La Cienega and Sunset, there's that pink dot right there.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Behind Pink Dot, a fire broke out that morning.
Right.
And from where I was, because I live 2 blocks from there,
yeah,
it looked like fucking Armageddon, man. You know what I mean? And I just knew my house was going up. And the wind was going. I mean, you remember the wind that day, right?
Right.
Like, what? So
he went to Pink Dot and got a pack of cigarettes.
To make matters worse, the only good investment I've made in my life has been my home, right? So... And I had an insurance claim, so I was in between fire insurance at the time.
Oh,
I had zero insurance.
Shit.
So I'm up there watering, doing, the whole thing. And I found this like old pack of cigarettes. And the adrenaline rush was so great that I just like and I've been smoking ever since, man. That was 2 months ago. And today, I've been reading this book to quit smoking, and today I smoked the final cigarette.
Man, right on.
There it is.
It's called the easy way method. I'll tell you what, right around 8 o'clock tonight, it wasn't so motherfucking easy. I was like,
he's hitting Amazon for his money back.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, those cigarettes they're not easy. I mean, I've picked them up, I've put them down. I mean, one way that's helped me quit is I just was like, okay, every time I want to smoke,
I'll smoke a joint instead.
I'm gonna smoke a joint instead.
Yeah, I don't think that's how that's supposed to work, sir.
That's substitution.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny,
what,
man.
I've never
that
been a
sounds
cigarette
like you.
guy.
Hey,
I'm a cigar guy. I have a cigar twice a week.
hey, that's
But I
cigars.
don't
Yeah.
mess with. I don't.
Cigars are not necessarily good for you, so don't
No.
do that.
Well,
They're not bad for your lungs, but they're really bad for the. If you do it too much,
Yeah,
you can
they
get
take
cancer
so
in your
long.
mouth.
They take
Yeah.
so long to get through. To get through.
I got
them, though.
time. I got time.
You're supposed to take your time. Like, are you in a rush?
No, but I do got things to do. So I'm like, do I want to sit down and take all this time to smoke this cigar, or
What if it was with me?
I'm hanging out with you.
All right,
of
Fat
course.
Stogies in Long Beach. Let's go.
Hell yeah! You know what?
Don't do this to yourself. Don't do it. He's never
Never got
gonna
into the
shut up.
cigar thing. I never.
Yeah, I
Hey
haven't
Dave,
either,
that's
but
some
I'm
grown
interested
shit. We
because
should
of
we
what
should
they
hang
told
out
me
and do
about
some.
it.
We should do some cigars.
Yeah.
We should hang and have a
Hey, you're
cigar
talking to a
night.
guy who just quit smoking. It's
I know.
like I got another form of nicotine. It'll just cut your nose. You'll just have to take your nose off, but your lungs will be fine.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yo, that happened to Mario, dog. The dude who owned. We're talking about the Rainbow and the
Oh,
Rock.
yeah.
The dude who owned the Rainbow, one of
Right.
the co-owners. I love the guy, but he's passed away a couple years back. But he would be out there smoking cigars all the time. Next
Right.
thing I know, his nose was gone. I was like, whoa, what happened to his nose? Like,
Damn.
Was he smoking them through his nose?
I mean, he was smoking a lot his
He
whole
was
life. By the
smoking a lot
way,
of
he was
cigars.
80. He was 80 some years
Oh,
old.
right.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
shit finally catches up with you at some point,
Yeah,
no matter
right.
what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so crazy because Mario and Mitzi, they own the Sunset. They really own the
Yeah.
Sunset Strip. I mean, everything has really changed since Mario died. Like that shit. Like
Oh, man.
that's what I was saying when you were talking about when you go into the whiskey. I was out a couple of weeks ago and I went to the whiskey and I went to the Viper Room. And it was just like the Viper Room actually was a cool vibe once we got in there. I was kind of surprised. I was like, this is kind of okay, kind of cool,
Yeah.
But
The same dude's running the bar. What's his name, man? I can't think of his name. He's been there forever.
he is. He gave me my guitar pick. He gave me
black-haired dude. He
He gave
great
me,
guy.
Yeah, he gave me my guitar pick. You get a guitar pick, you drink all night.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So if you know that now, if you go into the Viper Room.
Did you ever meet Mitzi Shore?
Yes.
Yeah, I was one of the fortunate comics to become a guy there while she was still around. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the nod from Mitzi right before she passed away.
Wow.
Right before she passed away, I was headlining the Comedy Store in La Jolla, and Polly's older brothers lived down there, and they were all down there for her birthday, and they called me and said, they're all coming in for your show tonight, and then he asked me, is it okay if Pauly Shore does a guest spot? I go, are you asking me for permission at his family? And they came in there and they wheeled her in there, and it was when she was still alert, but she wasn't speaking anymore.
Oh.
And after my set, I sit in the front lobby. They wheel her up to me and then walk away. So I'm sitting in this chair, and I'm just like, this is gonna be a one-way conversation, isn't it? All I said to her, I says, "Did you enjoy the show?" And she winked at me and nodded like this and smiled, and I was like, "All right, that's good enough for me."
Epic.
Yeah,
It's funny because when he said, she gave me the nod right before she died. I just picture her like in the chair, and like he does a set, and she's just like, and just fucking. We don't know if what killed
And then I'm
his set that actually killed her.
Yeah. I'm banned from the store for life. Dude, Jason Collings was so bad that she couldn't take it anymore.
The man who killed Mitzi Shore.
Right. Oh, that's funny.
Man, I love that room. Comedy Store on Sunset. That's my home club. I'm there every week. I love that room, man.
So I live literally 3 blocks there, and I just started going to the store recently. I don't know what took me so long, but I just started enjoying the shows there most recently.
Nice.
So I gotta link up with you and come check you out.
I'm there Saturday night. I'll be there Saturday like 7:45 or something like that.
Oh, I'm busy Saturday. No, I'm kidding.
He's like, I'm gonna be at Pink Dot buying cigarettes.
Hey, you know what?
I'll be chain smoking behind Pink Dot.
Hey, you know what? I recently went to the Rainbow, and I'll have to say, even though Mario's gone, I haven't been there frequently, but the pizza was fire. It
They
was
got good food there.
It was still lit. And it tripped me out because the vibe it still feels like the vibe is
Sure does, man. And those rooms are so iconic. That's what, like the Roxy. Forget about it. I'm so happy that I got to perform at the Roxy at one point, and I performed music there. So there's this show called the Goddamn Comedy Jam. Basically, it's 4 to 5 comedians. They do like an 8-minute set, and then you perform a song with a live band.
Oh, that's hard.
And they had me on the Roxy one, and I did Superstition by Stevie Wonder.
Oh, that's crazy. You never told me that.
What is it called
Jace?
when everybody stands up at your set?
You get a standing ovation.
No, they were just going to the restroom. They were just going
Hey man, when you think about it,
I mean, because Lou retained ownership of the Roxy, which is why, I mean, that's his pride and joy. He loves the fucking Roxy, which is why it hasn't changed, and it's still a great venue. And you know, I love that spot too. Like I said, I grew up in there, man. But I like going back to the Rainbow. You were saying, like, do you remember the guys Mike and Tony who ran the door?
yes.
Tony had that fucking wraparound hair. He would just keep They were like it was like going to like a New York like mafia hangout when you went in.
Yeah.
You know, and I miss those guys, but you know, food's still great though.
Yeah, man. It's so funny. I was when I was in there, I was just reminiscing. One of the last times that I was in there with Rick James, and
and he hasn't walked the same since. But go ahead.
No, I just remember, man. Rick, he came over to me. He said, I'm gonna go upstairs. I said, okay. You know, like you're talking about the rooms, and I see these 2 young blondes behind him. He comes back to me and says, if I'm not back in 15 minutes, I need backup.
Wow. Darius is downstairs watching us. Oh, come on.
He probably went up there anyway.
That sounds dangerous.
He came down in 14 minutes.
The Roxy. Oh my God, that just sounds dangerous. Man.
Oh man. But I mean, you know, when you think about, man, all of the great performances, the great nights, man, on Sunset Boulevard in that square, man.
Yeah,
and it's
man.
just it's so corporate now, man. I mean, I'm always thinking like, what can we do to bring that back, man? To bring that vibe back, because it was a sense of community.
Well,
It was a real sense of community.
But real community, not this whatever viral. What do they call it?
Well, no, you guys still got it though at the Comedy
It's
Store.
coming back. It went away
Comedians-
for a little while.
Yeah,
See, when I
comedians-
first started at the Comedy Store, it was like our pirate ship. We would go on stage and just fucking have a blast. I would go on stage one night and do my entire set in a thick accent and never address it. And then at the end of my set, I would go, "All right, thank you guys, good night." And everybody's like, "The hell?" Or we would
What
yell at
accent
each
would you
other.
use?
It was very racist, but I love this.
Okay.
But then it went through a change when a guy that was booking it got fired, and the new guy that took over, he wanted to bring all the guys back that weren't going there anymore, like Rogan and Bill Burr and these guys. So he made it a lot. So now it has this feeling of when you get on stage there, you're like, I have to bring my A game every time. No playing around, because it used to be like they would like
a playhouse.
Yeah, and they would develop artists, and you can go there and kind of work stuff.
Right.
You don't want to go work on new shit now at the Comedy Store. When before it was like, I'm going to work this new joke. Let's see how it goes.
I'm working it out.
Now all the shows are sold out, and you're like, no, I want to be the best I could be. You know?
Yeah.
Does
Does that go for all the rooms? Like,
there's certain shows in the belly room with some outside promoters and stuff, but the in-house booked shows of our main room, I don't know if that's my feeling on it. Is I feel like I have to bring it, you know.
And that's
but
crazy.
now it's kind of feeling
that's crazy
like,
for you to say that. I mean, being that you've been doing this for like 20. I mean, like you've been at this. You a vet at this. That's crazy for you to feel that way.
And I kind of miss that aspect of like, you know, there was nights when like a buddy of mine would get on stage with me. Here's when it feels like that now. Like the other night I was on, and the next guy was Bobby Lee, and I was to bring Bobby Lee on, and
he fucking cracks me up. Man.
He's the shit, and we did a bit where he came and sat next to the stage. He goes, say my credits. You know, and I was like, okay, and I acted like I didn't know any of them. I go, oh man. You've done television and movies, right? He goes, so we'll say that. I go, this guy's been in television and in movies. Well, he meant for me to say specific. But we would do like back and forth that. And then a couple weeks ago before that, he was bringing me on and he said, it's like the bits between.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But every once in a while it's that way. But now it's really like, and it's a different. It's, we
Everything's
didn't make
like
any
that,
money
though,
in the beginning.
But everything.
Have you seen him do that bit about homeless people? He
Bobby's?
about LA homeless people.
Yeah, you never see an Asian homeless person.
Yeah, that he goes
That's some
on. and
real
just-
shit, though.
he holds nothing back about just
Oh,
the
man.
impression of homeless people.
It's
Something happened to me at Home Depot with an Asian man.
You saw a homeless Asian?
I did.
Oh,
Why
they
didn't you
have them now.
record him,
Did
Sean?
this?
Because
I
I
saw
didn't
one on
know.
Sunset.
Yeah,
I
no.
saw one on Sunset,
But
like
no,
on the west
Dave.
side, right by my house.
Yeah.
Wait, Sean, what's your homeless Asian?
Well, it was funny to me because I'm at Home Depot. I'm in the parking lot and I get out of the car and we aren't supposed to say homeless anymore. We're supposed to say unhoused. Okay. So
Okay.
the unhoused gentleman,
Okay. Thank
he
you.
comes over to me and he was like, "Hey, you have anything?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I'm reaching for something and he goes, "Hey, what you gonna do, Willie?"
No.
So I was like, "Here you go, sir."
That's so funny.
I was like, he was like, "You him, right?" I said, "Nah." I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about."
I love that when that happens, man. When
But it was
unhoused people-
unexpected. It was just very unexpected.
I love
That lets you know that at one point they had a house with a television.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, man.
I was a funny story of my homeless story. I was in New York once. So one of the biggest lines I'd always get from people on the street from all different socioeconomic classes and races, it didn't matter, but people would always be like, yo, I want to fuck your sister, or did you fuck your sister? Like, always ask me that shit. It was like one of the most asked questions. So I'm walking down, it was like Midtown Manhattan. I'm walking, and this homeless dude, he's passing me by, and he recognizes me. Oh, yo, I'm Bud Bundy. Fuck, I love you, Sean. I'm like, yo, thank you so much, man. He turns around, and he's like, oh, by the way. He goes, you tell your sister, and I'm waiting for him to say, I want to fuck. You tell your sister, I want to eat her ass. Like, down the street, he's telling us now. I'm just like,
Oh no.
Hey,
I was
man.
like, I'll tell her.
hey, she got a popping podcast now too.
Yeah.
Does, man. She got a show called I'm actually doing it. I'm recording one tomorrow. She does it with Jamie Lynn Sigler from from Sopranos fame, and she played the sister, and she's been in a bunch of other stuff, obviously. But it's called Messy. It's actually on a much heavier note. It's they both
have the MS. Yeah.
multiple sclerosis. Yeah. So it's called Messy with the initials MS, and then I'm gonna be on tomorrow. It'll be fun because I'm a huge fan also of Jamie Lynn Sigler. I mean, I watched The Sopranos.
yeah.
I probably watched the whole thing like 4 times now.
Yeah.
Such
You
a
know what I
great-
just did not know until very recently with Katie is those twins from like Grease 2 or whatever are her sisters, those identical twins.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Liz. And,
Remember they used to have a TV show too.
What was it called?
yeah, that's right. They did. They sure did. What was that called? Damn.
Wasn't it Double Trouble?
I think it was
Weren't
Double
they?
I think it was
Trouble.
Double
Was it
Trouble.
Double Trouble?
It was Double Trouble.
Was it
You're
Double
good.
Trouble?
I think it was
can't
called
remember.
Double
I
Trouble.
had a huge crush on those twins. Remember
Oh,
Grease?
yeah,
Grease
me
2?
too,
They were
man.
in the, yeah.
It's so true how like twins. It's a trip because like there's the personalities because they were identical.
I have
Yeah,
an
but-
identical twin brother, and his name's David, actually.
But when you meet them in person, like
I'm
one of
bringing them
them,
on.
I'm not going to say who's who, but one of them's super, super cheery and amazing and friendly, and the other one is not. It's like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. My brother and I are very.
your brother's way nicer and
He's
cooler.
way
than-
funny, way better looking.
Yeah,
He says
the whole package. He's the whole package.
He's the whole package. I'm the problem child. Yeah. I was gonna bring him tonight, but Dave and I have a podcast, by the way, called Unidentical. Me and my brother.
I'm the only guy without a fucking podcast. Dude.
Yeah.
maybe we'll just have you spinning records, man. I mean, you should do one about hip hop.
Spin it. Trust me, if I could spin records, I'd have a podcast. But as you can't, the music clearances. It's like you can't have any.
Oh, that's right. I mean, y'all know what really happened with Michael Jackson, right?
Oh my God.
Here we go.
No.
Conspiracy.
Okay, so first off, I'm gonna say this. I knew Michael since I was 5 years old. Michael and I
Don't
met.
want any more details.
We were friends. It was not like that, Jason. I met Michael at his birthday party. My dad opened for Michael Jackson. The McCrarys opened for the Jacksons. My dad, the family sang with Michael. That was the McCrarys on Keep the Faith. That was him on Man in the Mirror with the Winans. I mean, like the McCrarys and the Jacksons. I mean, I don't even think I would even be alive if it wasn't for Michael, because my dad met my mom when they were.
Wow, yeah.
I hear. So my point is this: Michael, his company was ATV, and you've seen ATV, Sony ATV. You've seen that, right? That was a label that was created with Mottola and ATV. And that was Michael buying up all of those. He was buying the Beatles. He was buying Kool in the Gang. He was buying. I mean, bro, but he was buying these catalogs and putting them back together and giving them to the artist.
Sir,
yes.
The thing about Michael, you've kind of gone.
Okay, so my point is he owned so much publishing, and Tommy Mottola was his partner.
He was gonna buy NBC.
He did not give him. He did not give the Beatles back by him and Paul McCartney.
They
had
fell out.
Battle
They fell out. They did. They did. But that was all part of it. So I'm just saying that all of a sudden, next thing you look up, and Michael is now a pedophile. Now I'm gonna tell you what was so crazy. They had him under a 10-year investigation, and they found nothing. Okay, and after that 10-year investigation, after they found nothing, they never told the public that they cleared his name. They never told the public that the case was dismissed.
But if you're smart, here's how you know it happened. There's a rule of thumb. If they're no longer playing your songs, R. Kelly, he did it.
No,
And Michael Jackson's all over the radio still.
I know, but how many people are going to think that, though, Jace? People are still walking around saying that he's a pedophile. They slapped that on him. I'm saying, because we're talking about publishing, behind I
hear you, and I just remembered something that came out during that time. So, which album did he do with Rodney Jerkins? What was that one called?
That was the last album. That was Invincible.
Invincible.
Yeah.
So, from what I recall, was that part of the publishing issue was that he got advance after advance after advance to make this album because he thought it was going to be his new Thriller.
Yeah, he
and
did.
That's what. So you're talking about the pedophilia, but I think it also speaks to the fact that he didn't know how to work within a budget because he was determined to get back to the pen.
He's Michael Jackson. How you gonna tell this man?
I'm saying, if you have an asset,
his house was an amusement park.
If you have an asset that's valuable, you have to be wise about what you're doing so that you don't get leveraged in the way that you're saying. They leveraged him in this way, in this foul way, because they wanted that asset.
I hear what you're saying, but once again, that goes back to how artists are treated. I'm gonna say it. I don't know if you guys will agree. I can't audition anymore because I can't do self-tapes.
You can't or you won't.
Nah, it's not that I won't, Jace. It's not that I won't. I can't do it. Like I cannot.
Because you're so used to being in the room.
I have to come into the room. I have to meet you. I wanna know who I'm.
I'm terrified of the room. I love the fucking self tapes.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you. This dude right here. Me too. Me too.
But when you do this self tape, it's not one and done.
See, no,
you can fix it.
No. Here's what it.
Well, that's the other problem. You end up spending hours upon hours on some shit that should only take you 40 minutes.
True.
You know?
True. But Darius is Mr. Charisma. That's why he likes to go into the room. So if there's a flub, he already knows he's the dude that he's like, you want to work with me though, right? Like I fucked this whole thing up, but
come on.
Think about how much fun I'm gonna be on the set.
It's happened.
That's why he likes to be in the room.
Everything we thought was a lie. You know.
Macaulay Culkin talks about it, like, you know, because Quentin brought him in for a role in what's the film they did about redoing the Manson story, the Hollywood?
Oh yeah.
Charles Manson story?
Yeah, what was
Once
it
Upon
called?
a Time in Hollywood or something like that.
Yeah, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Okay.
They brought him in. I don't know to play who, actually. Probably dude. I don't know the dude's name that was down with them that helped them do the murders. I'm not doing this story justice. But anyway, he brought him in, and he tells a story. He's like, oh, man, I just fell apart in the room. I just fell apart. He's like, I suck in a room. I don't know how to audition.
Yeah.
And, like, I get it, man. When you get to... You know, and here's his brother winning fucking Emmys and Golden Globes and all that, which I'm sure he's happy for him. It's a tough thing, you know. And he got to such a huge level of fame, and then the expectations that you put on yourself and that maybe other people put on you, but mostly on yourself, you kind of shoot yourself in the foot. And I think I think he's done that to himself, as have other people.
Yeah, I mean, that's
myself included.
I mean, but that's the thing, though, and that's what I'm saying when it comes to artists, how we look at it. I think the real ones look at it like, I know you, Dave. I know Shawn. I know how you look. I know your work ethic, Jay. It's like, I don't show up looking for anything special. It's a job. I'm not tripping. So my thing is, if it's a job, when I'm going in for the audition, it's a job interview. So you should want to know me as the person who's coming in to get the job, right?
In theory, yes.
How can you meet
But we've all been on enough auditions to know that there are certain rooms that you're walking into, and they don't give a fuck that you walked into the room.
Even worse. That's even worse.
No, so that's worse for the person who spent hours preparing, an hour to get there, 30 minutes waiting, go in the room for 5 minutes, and you're like, what the fuck?
Well, I will do a Zoom meeting. I will.
He's so Hollywood. I will do a Zoom meeting. I don't self-tape.
I will.
I've got to go into the room.
Well, because I can't put it together. So if I can't get in there, I will do a reading on Zoom because I understand that. That's a meeting. That's me at least being able to say.
I feel that.
This dude don't want to commit anything to memory. That's what it is as well. You want to be.
He's not really looking at them. He's got a teleprompter going on.
Right.
Dave's giving away my secrets. Dave's giving away my secrets.
I know Darius. He will go in there when he fucking. He be like, let me do that one more time. That laugh right there.
There it is.
That's the one that books the job. That's the laugh.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. When I did Big Shots, that is, I asked the producer, Ivan Reitman, rest in peace. I asked him. I said, "So, how did I do, Mr. Reitman?" He said, "You did great, Darius." And Robert Mandel was directing the movie. I said, "So, if I did great, Mr. Mandel, did I get the job?" they turned away. They huddled. They came back and they said, "Yes, Darius, you got the job." In the movie, my first movie. Yeah, you know.
He learned that lesson. Yeah, that's why he needs to be in the room so he can work the crowd.
Maybe shed a tear.
I guess I just missed the connection.
What's the percentage of these days? Like, really, I don't know. Does anybody know? Like, what's the percentage of sort of like going in the real deal between going in the room and on tape now? Does anybody know?
What I've been hearing is the younger people, that's just the world they live in.
They just do it.
That's self-tape is just how it's done. Mm-hmm. Where my buddies that it changed after the pandemic, they're like, I fucking miss the room. I miss the room so much. Mm. And
did they bring you in at the end?
And then some people go, the room was great, but I'm glad it's this way now. Well, you know what I mean?
I'm going to say this, and I'm going to keep it real. I get in trouble for a lot of shit I say, but this is what we do. Because everything we've been taught is a lie any goddamn way.
Conspiracy.
That's perfect.
I would say this. When I request, if they really want to see me, I ask, am I just being put on a list, or do you want to see Darius? Do you want to see what I'm really going to do with this? I get Zoom meetings. I get auditions where I get the link, whatever that thing is, and I meet the casting director online.
Right. Because you don't want the assistant looking at your shit and discarding
No,
it.
I love assistants.
Motherfucker, no. I need to talk to the casting director because I need you to push me through to producer and director.
No,
I'm just picturing
you know who I am.
Right.
No, have you seen my credits?
No.
I'm picturing casting like, this fucking guy wants a Zoom meeting.
Right. They're like, shit.
Do you hear it? He wants a fucking Zoom meeting.
Darius like, you gonna tell me no to my fucking face. That's what Darius is like, nah.
You won't even do a Google Meet. This one wants a Zoom meeting.
I'll take a Google Meet. I'll take a Google Hangout. No, I just feel like my thing is, if somebody's put time into developing a character and they've written this character,
there is all of 10 minutes that you putting into the character.
Hey, you my acting coach.
This man acting like he's like, yeah, I didn't go out last night because I had to work on my material, the sides, and I had to commit them to memory, and I really broke down the character, and I just come on now, Darius, knock it off. Look, old school Darius be like this. I don't feel like going out on this shit. Why they sending me in on this?
If I don't have my shit, like some guys, see, that's what I don't get. Like I'll get, different people's opinions on how they go into the room. Like I'll ask people, do you really memorize the shit out of it, or do you, take the paper and so you hear different stuff. Like the woman who lives across the street from me, giant casting director. She's retired now, but I mean, she cast all kinds of huge movies. And I asked her, and I had to agree with this. She said, "No, it's a fucking performance. You got to. It's a performance. It's not.
It's a performance.
Yeah. They don't want to see potential."
And I think
the
only time I succeeded in the room is when I had shit memorized front to back to front. I mean, like just breathe it and think it. And rarely did I do that, but the few times I did, I was like, "Oh, that was a pretty good fucking audition."
Yeah.
Because if you just have it memorized and you have any nerves, you're gonna drop that shit in the room. I think
you're gonna drop it. But this is my thing too, though, Dave. To add to what you just said, because like that's some real shit. See, when you have it memorized and you really do some fly shit, my issue is sometimes they'll try to take your fly shit and give it to somebody else. Because
but what are you gonna do about that?
Right.
I mean, but these are the things that people.
Like I'm right. I'm taking notes as I'm with you guys tonight because I'm gonna take your shit and do I'm gonna steal your fly shit and make it my fly shit.
There you go.
That's called a remix. Hey, Dave, man. So, man, look, you guys. I was gonna tell you guys about this. We're working on this thing. I'm trying to get Dave to come and DJ at this day party that I really want to have. Because I'm really serious about this sunset shit.
When I gave him my quotes, he was like, "Whoa, trying to do you a favor, homie."
Where's the homie quote?
Shit,
right?
Nah. I'm not trying to kill nobody. I want to come have fun, man.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. We like
I can walk there too, so I'm.
That's even flyer, right? And I mean, like it's and on some day party shit though. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna be out all night.
Excuse me. What's a day party? What is?
When's the last time Darius went to a day party?
That's why I'm looking at him like.
Wasn't out all night.
We're not out all night.
We ain't gonna be out all night.
What time of day is this?
That's because he usually comes home the next day, but he thinks it's still the same day.
Right.
Like.
Hey, that's the great part about it.
Hey, I'm only talking.
I'll try something once.
Hey, thank God I don't look like what I've been through.
I know, right? Dude, dog, I'm right there with you.
Man, Dave, you look amazing, bro. You guys look amazing, man. You too, Jace.
Oh, thank you.
Because I mean, surviving.
Jace looks fucking hot.
Because fucking surviving.
Guys, I'm gonna be honest. I'm 21 years old.
Surviving. Hey, Jace, surviving the world of comedy.
Oh yeah.
That's some crazy shit, man. I mean, I dipped my toe in it, because I was just trying to like put together and organize some shit to put comics on to get like to do a lineup to put in. I was met with some opposition from. I was like, motherfucker, I'm not trying to be a comedian. Shit, I'm trying to employ motherfuckers.
Also, the other personalities of comics that you have to deal with. That's we're a bunch of fucking crazy people. Like I'm chill compared to a lot of comics. They're very they're always on. They're always on. And business wise, they are constantly getting in their own way.
Oh, okay.
Constantly. Like this gig's I'll pay you $1,500 to do 20 minutes at this private thing. You know what? I want $3,000. Okay, we're gonna go talk to the guy that's gonna take $1,500, and they lose the fucking gig.
It's like me with my DJing.
Right.
And, do you guys are in the comedy world? Are you guys really supportive of each other, or is that bullshit?
It's both.
I mean, obviously, supportive competition
in front of each other. All the time.
Yeah,
as soon as I get in a car, I'm like, fuck this motherfucker. How did he get that shit? No, there is a bit of a community, and like there are guys that I'm still real tight with that I came up with, and we're very supportive of each other, that kind of thing. Like I have a lot of like Russell Peters is a huge supporter of me and taking care of me. Chris D'Elia and I started together, and he went through his shit. We have that, but there is a lot of backstabbing and a lot of like any industry,
right?
Someone there's the underbelly,
Yeah.
And I just try to steer clear of it. You know where most of the crap and bullshit is happening in stand-up is in the open mic scene, like the beginner people.
People trying to get on.
They're trying to kill each other. It's it's just it's nasty. It's weird.
Was it like that when you were coming up?
I didn't do that. I didn't do the open mics.
Why not?
I BS my way into stand-up.
Because he doesn't do self-tapes, Shawn.
I didn't tell you how I got into stand-up?
Well,
how I lied my way into it? No. Oh, dude, I've never done an open mic. I never did any of that stuff.
So you failed up?
I failed up.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So
how did you get in?
So I'm really close. I was really close friends with Joe Coy, and I was running around. A buddy of mine that I grew up with kind of discovered him, and so they introduced us, and we became fast friends. And so I ended up following him around for like 2 years almost. And then one night I was with Joe Coy, John Lovitz, and Fraser Smith at the Improv in Berea. Mm-hmm. And I was like, something about that night said, I got to change. Well, and my dad was dying, and I wanted him to see me do it before he passed and that. So what I did, and I knew nothing about how comedy worked. I just thought, oh, you're funny, you'll be successful, right? Boy, was I wrong. But so what I did was Joe told me about this club in North Hollywood at the time it was called the Ha Ha Cafe.
Right.
Now it's the Ha Ha Comedy Club.
Yeah.
And he said, go there. It's a great club, and do an open mic there. In my head, I'm like, I'm not doing an open mic. I'm questioning my humanity, wondering how much time I got. I'm like, I don't have time,
right?
Because I'm gonna die like my dad. You know what I mean?
Right.
So what I did is I went to the Ha Ha Comedy Club. I went to the front door and I asked for the owner, not the booker, not the person who's in charge of putting talent on. I didn't know that was. Yeah. Can I speak to Jonathan Ha Ha, please? And the owner came out. And I go, hi, my name is Jason Collings. I'm a stand-up comedian. I was with Joe Coy and John Lovitz last night, and they told me that this is a great club. I should be performing here, right? And he goes, what? I go, yeah. He goes, well, how long have you been doing stand-up? I go, about 5 years now. Never done it before in my life. So about 5 years. And he goes, and Joe Coy, and he's like, I guess I dropped the right names. He goes, come back tomorrow. I'll put you on the show tomorrow. That show tomorrow was a Friday night. Like,
wow,
8 o'clock show. I get there.
Wow.
The guy's like, you're going on third? At the time, I didn't know that third spot is the sweet spot. That's the best time
right.
going.
Okay.
You're going on third and you're doing 15 minutes. Now, I thought 15 minutes was nothing because that day I was teaching. I taught like 5 1-hour classes to people. So I'm like, 15 minutes, nothing.
Right.
I didn't know that people work their ass off to get their fucking solid 5.
Man, shit.
So I go up. Oh, and then he tells me I'm gonna light you at 13 minutes or whatever it was. I had no idea what he was talking about. So
right.
the light that lets you know your set's done.
Right.
But I'm like, yeah, light me.
Right. Red light. You know? Right.
One time I was at the Improv and the red light kept coming on while the comic was on stage. And it was what is that? I thought it was like a signal to the staff or something.
Right.
I didn't even know that.
Right.
So anyways, I'm on stage. And then he opens his flip. It was a flip phone at the time, and he opens it, starts waving it at me. When the lights are in your face, you can't see faces.
You can't see this.
So I just see a phone lit, and my first thought was, "Oh my God, is that my brother? And is my wife calling?" Like I thought I was getting a phone call. Then I go, "Oh shit, that's the light he was talking about." I'm done, and I wrapped it up. And when I got off stage, the owner walks up to me and says, "Come back tomorrow. You're on the show tomorrow." And I've been doing it ever since.
Wow.
You know?
So you were actually decent at it.
Yeah, I got, like I said before, when you're given the opportunity and you deliver. 4 months into stand-up, I was doing the main room at the Improv.
See,
wow.
So they say it's when where preparedness meets opportunity, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
But see, this goes back to what once again. We are taught to do the best we can in certain subjects. To do the best we can in school.
Yeah.
If you're good, you'll be rewarded. Mm-hmm. If you study hard and you can get into the company and you can get at this job, it's all bullshit.
You ready? Say it with me. C-O-N-spiracy.
Yes.
I mean,
I'm dying for a fucking cigarette right now. It ain't easy.
It's not.
I'm dying for one. For the last 30 minutes, we're sitting here just fucking dying. I can change 4 of them in a row right now, man. Oh,
we held them hostage.
Oh man, that's some funny shit, man. Hey, you know what's crazy, man? I'm still getting used to going everywhere in LA and different places now and smelling weed.
Yeah, it's nuts.
I hate that these kids all fucking smell like marijuana. I hate it, man.
They just walk into a store and buy it with a credit card.
Listen, I used to buy my weed from Eazy-E, okay? So I'm an OG smoker, and I tell these kids, I don't want to smoke with you. I used to smoke my weed. We took penitentiary chances to smoke. Y'all punks. I'm not smoking with you.
Listen how hood he just got. Where did that accent
I'm
come
just
from?
saying, that's how I feel when they be like, hey, man, smoke with me. No. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel.
When they first started opening weed stores out here before the East Coast, I remember my buddy from New York came out to visit me, and we went into Medman. I think that was we went in there, and I went outside before him. He walks out, and he's got a bag in his hand, and he's got his credit card, and he's got this look on his face. He goes, I just fucking bought weed with a credit card.
Hey, but the way we were raised, because I got in trouble, man, for hanging out with Dave on this set one time, Dave, with Corin. Parker Lewis Can't Lose.
When Corin's name's around, trouble is sure to follow.
So y'all probably know him as Corky. It's Corky Nemec. But he had this show called Parker Lewis Can't Lose, and
great show, by the way.
Yeah, it was. That was a really good show. It was dope.
Only did 3 seasons, but it was dope.
Yeah, man. I mean, gosh, that's back.
So sorry, you were saying I cut you off.
No. I was saying that's back when motherfuckers was really writing real shit, man, and motherfuckers had to show up and had to bring their A game, and Corky was really good in that show. But we were over there, man, with some of the ballistics, usual suspects, man, and we had got a hold of some fire ass weed, man. And I never forget, man, I took my ass back over there to that stage, man, and we had a network run through that day.
Oh no! Is
that on Parker?
Yeah, I was on Parker, but remember, Parker was right next to Matters.
Oh, okay.
I was hanging out with y'all. I came over because I heard you was there. I came over. I was hanging out.
Dude, Corky always had
fire.
The illest weed.
Man, he had that sticky icky, and I had some good weed. I used to get. I had some. I kept some fire weed with me.
Corky had the fire, man.
He had fire, man. But my mama went upside my head, man. I'm talking about with just lightning speed, just a couple times in front of the producers. The producers was like, did she hit him? Did she hit me again? They was like, yeah, she hit him. And walked away.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
No, I haven't smoked in over a year. I haven't smoked weed in over a year. And I thought I was gonna I thought there's no way I can give up everything, but there's no way I can give up weed. Honestly, that's why I'm holding on. That's why I'm not giving into the cigarette thing. Cause after 3 months of this shit, I didn't miss it at all. I still don't miss it. Now, I don't miss weed. I like the smell of it. Don't get me wrong. I like to pass by the weed shops and smell it's cool. But I don't miss in that world. I don't miss it at all, man. I never thought I'd say that either. I was like, no way. How can I watch a movie? How can I at the end of the night, not just blow a joint? But literally, it's the last thing I miss. I miss some other shit, but I don't miss that.
That's when the shit was real. Real shit. Yeah, I'm Rick James, bitch.
I'm gonna I'm daddy.
I know, man. We gonna dip out too, man. Y'all, David Faustino, aka Grandmaster B on the Wheels of Steel.
Great hanging out with y'all. It was a good time, man. And maybe I'll see you next week, right? Might see you next week?
Next week. Next week. We hanging. Next week.
I thought I was gonna dodge a bullet there. But
no, man. I'm not letting you off the hook. No, man. And I need my spot in the documentary.
That's right.
I love you, man. Yeah. And give love to the family, man. And tell wifey I said thank you.
Guys, I'll see you next week.
Okay, bro.
Right.
Yep. Peace. Yes, guys. Mac tonight.
Weird name.
We're hanging out. We're friends. It's Mackin. You from Long Beach.
I know, you're right.
All right, guys. We're out.
Old Mac is back with friends. Yeah.